Good evening. Welcome to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air with International Psychic Medium Lesley Spaliviero, and welcome to my show. We're on the SWR 99.9 FM radio station. Good evening, Ellie. How are you?
Yeah, I'm right. Yourself?
Yeah, pretty good. Well, I got a little bit of sunburn today because I was at the Convoy for Kids at the Hawkesbury Showground today, Ellie. It was very warm. We had a lot of trucks down there that raised money for the Kids for Cancer. It was an amazing event. I rounded up many people to come along and do an interview live on a pre-recorded interview, a couple of minutes for our radio station here because we were in the OB unit outside, or it's called the outside broadcast. And I met a lot of people. I had a list of people that I had to say good evening to tonight that I rounded up. And I left a list on my office table at home when I was running out the door. So I'll have to say hello to them next week. Never mind. But it was a great day, great cause, a lot of people there, weightlifters, a lot of tow truck drivers raising money, a lot of, couriers, a lot of truckies with their beautiful trucks. I like all that, pretty picture stuff, whatever.
All I can say is I got caught behind all the trucks on my way to work.
Fair enough. Well,
I forgot about it. I forgot to go the long way.
Sorry about that. Well, me and my friend Rach, we actually left my home at about 7:30, and as we were driving there, we could see this car, and then all of a sudden we realized that it was the front driver, like the team that leads them into the showground, which was pretty cool. But welcome to the show, guys. Come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. We're live across the world, including Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, and the iHeartRadio, as well as Omni Studio. And we just want to say good evening to a few people that I met today, Peter and Cliff from Riff Raft. I can't remember the other gentlemen's names. We've also got, who else was there? Oh, Nate, there was a Nathan man, there was a Scotty man with the hot rods. He was amazing. He does a lot of stuff for charity as well and gets, the young kids in the hot rods and runs them around the showground like he did today. It was pretty cool. So it's a great event. I'd like to see more people there next year. However, I just wanted to say also good evening to Michelle Coburn and her beautiful husband. We had a great day. They came all the way up from Wollongong to see me and to support the cause, as well as to support the SWR radio station OB unit there. And we had an amazing day. She's got to stop buying me presents. Ellie, I can't tell you how many presents she bought me. It's like every time I turn around, there was here, Leslie, here. I love it, but I feel bad. But thank you. It was beautiful. And we went out to lunch. So we went to my place and then went out to lunch in the afternoon, Ellie, and had a beautiful lunch with them. And it was just such a beautiful afternoon. I really enjoyed it, thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Michelle. And both Rage and I will be coming down to see you probably around Christmas time. So look forward to that. And it's a shame that Jewel Polglaze couldn't come up here as well, but next time we will round, Michelle was saying that she should round you up, Jewel Polglaze, which would have been really, really fantastic to see you as well, because I've never met you, but you've been on my show forever. And yes, I'm totally sunburned from today. It was really, really overcast and chilly in the morning, and then all of a sudden the sun came out and I had to hibernate because I'm like a little white neon light ghost, but now I'm like a pink ghost. But anyway, let's say good evening to everybody. So we've always fine form every single time I go live. These two ladies, and Michelle informed me today that she's been with me for 3 years in February, and that's amazing. So 3 years in February, can you believe that?
That's also my 3-year anniversary.
That's your 3, and that's Ellie's 3-year anniversary. So Michelle came on just as you came on. And I think Jewel Polglaze was just a bit before that. Can you remember?
She was beginning when you had the other people. So
yes.
From right from the beginning.
Right from the very beginning. A lot of people here, and we've got like even Tracy Gibson's been here with me forever. Bev Ridley. We've got a lot of ladies here that have been with me for a long time. Patricia Brattain, good evening. Tracy Gibson, yes, she's been, yes, we are going really well. She's saying good evening to Bev. Good evening, Bev. I hope everything's okay after your dad's passing last week. We've got Wendy Merce-Martin's been with me for a long time as well. Good evening, Wendy. Michael Draper, good evening as well. Back on here. Great to see you. What else have we got? Paul Will, good evening. Happy Sunday, lovely people. Yes, it is. I actually fell asleep as soon as Michelle and her husband and Rach left at 4 o'clock. Ellie, I fell asleep from 4 o'clock. It's like literally 1 minute after you guys left, 4 o'clock till 6 o'clock. And I've slept through it. I woke up, the cat was underneath my right armpit and the dog was on my left. So that's what happened to me this afternoon. I was so tired. And mind you, I had a party function last night with one of my friends of our group, and it was her birthday. So we went out and celebrated that. By the time I got home, it was 1:30 in the morning. So I was up at 6. Oh my gosh, it was just a very big day for me. And I love my sleep. So Carmen Gilroy, good evening. Hope you're well. Keely Rhodes, good evening. So what we like to do, guys, is get a lot of people onto my Facebook page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. We slowly, as we slowly pull them onto the feed here, as I can see them coming on, I like to say good evening to a few people and pull in spirit for them so that they can, if they want a question answered, then you post up the question as well, and I can say it live here on the radio station. Now, I don't use any cards. I don't use anything like that. It's pure messages straight from spirit. And the reason why I do this while I'm waiting for people to come on is because I got tired of all the fakes out there and I went live. This is my 460-second live show, 2-hour show, 4 hours a week. I used to do 8 hours a week. It was too much for me. So, and when you're working full time, etc., it's a little bit over the top, and I couldn't do the 10 till midnight shift as well. So that was a bit hard, but I'm back down to 2 radio stations, not 3 anymore, and it's been a lot easier for me, so I can do my study as well, which is what I love, is the legal study and the real estate study that I'm also doing. And I don't stop. I've studied a lot of things over my time, and that's one thing that I do love is study. We've also got here Tanya Aikens, good evening. We've got Deborah Ellis, good evening from Adelaide. I said, guys, tell me where you're from, suburb, state, country, county. I always love knowing who I've helped around the world. It's pretty cool. Everyone's saying good evening. Good evening, Miss Anne-Marie and Alan. Good evening. Hi, Les. Lots of love hearts. It's one of my besties, well, one of the group besties, who says the other night, she says, I think when I get married, I'm going to have 20 bridesmaids. So that all the friends will be invited to the wedding. I love it. I want to organize a wedding, though. I think it'd be so cool. Rosie Salerno, good evening from USA, Southern California. Thanks. She said, it's 2 a.m. here. Great to see you again. Great to see you. Well, I can't see you, but this is what I get. I just get a little thing there saying USA, Southern California. That's all I get. And for some reason, my iPad's stuck the cord. Yes. So who else have we got here? Joanne Howard, good evening. So if you'd like to have a free mini reading, then come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. I'm streaming live from the Radio SWR 99.9 FM radio station here, and we're here every Sunday night from 8 till 10. Tomorrow night will be 8 till 10 in another radio station, and I've been there for 137 live shows, and tonight here in this studio is 101 live shows. But overall, from home, when I used to do my home shows, it's around 462 live shows, times that by 2 hours, and that's how many readings, roughly 25 to 30 readings, to 35 readings, sometimes an evening in the 2-hour bracket that I can kind of filter out is how many. Can you work those calculations out for me, Ellie, please? Ellie will work it out and tell us how much the calculation. So roughly what? 2 hours times 462 times... roughly 30 to 35 readings every 2 hours. What's that work out to?
If I could actually get the right times 30. 27,000 or so.
27
to 30,000.
27 to 30,000 readings, free across the world. No tarot cards, no tools, no nothing. So, and if you do get a reading from us, we always love, or from me, I always love to get the validation. So if you're new here, you type in capitals on the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, in the main page on Facebook, and you type in your question. Don't give me anything. Don't give me numbers, names, who's passed, what you want to know. Just ask me a question. I don't want any heads up. And then I will get, and if spirit's drawn to you, I will answer your question, and then we like to get a validation. So type in capitals validation and then write the validation in one hit underneath so that Ellie can pick it up and she will read it out she's over the monitors here in the big studio. So yes, what have we got? She said, you're wonderful and spot on, Lesley. Love you. Thank you. Thanks, Bev. It's beautiful. All right, let's keep going. I want to go back here because I feel like someone sent me a message and now I've lost it because the feed's going quite quickly. Yes, how am I, Rosie? I was really tired this afternoon. I've got a few more, beads of energy here because I had 2 hours sleep on the lounge this afternoon after I went out to the Hawkesbury showground and did the convoy for kids today, which was pretty cool. It was really cool. Nice to see all these truckies and tow trucks, the old-fashioned buses come through, an army truck came through. It was just brilliant to see everyone come together, the community come together and support a really good cause. So Glennis Lacey says, the universe worked its magic with me on Friday evening. Oh, that's really good. But we want to know why, what happened there? We've also got Tanya Aikens. That's a lot. Yes. Yes. Rosie Salerno said, Jesus, Lesley, how do you do all that? That is so much. Amazing. Yes. Well, I do a lot of stuff. People don't realize how much I do in the background. Okay, so Paul will. Hi, Lesley. Paul, do me one favor. Everyone do me one favor. Write down Lesley, Lesley. Even some of my friends of 10 years still write my name with IE, and I go, oh my gosh, what's going on here? So he says, I would appreciate a reading. What do you see for the next 3 months in life? Thank you in advance. Yeah, I always say thank you in advance, Paul. It's so cool. Because when you thank people in advance, it comes back to you. And there was a gentleman today, I want to give you an example before I start with you, Paul. One of the gentlemen today from here, I got him to get interviewed on the OB unit today at SWR. And what happened was he was one of the gentlemen from the Hot Rods and one of the creators of doing all the stuff that he does for charity. And he had a tragedy in his home, well, in the family yesterday. And I won't say it, what happened, but it was pretty sad. And I knew I sat next to him, and then I saw the tears come through, and I knew that this was something was cutting him to the bone. And the way he's justifying his life is amazing because he's paying everything forward. And when you pay things forward to people, and you don't expect anything back, which is like me, I never expect anything back. But today, Michelle flourishes me with all these beautiful gifts today. I can't tell you how many things she bought for me. She's just gorgeous. And it comes back to you tenfold when you give and give and give. And that's one thing I want to share with you, Paul, because I feel like things are upside down at the moment. It's like you're being pulled from left to right. I get the number 16 around you as well. So 1 and 6 is 7, and the month of July. So what has occurred in July that was significant to you? And I know this is a mini reading. If I had more time, I'd be able to work it out. I can't even write here. So what was significant to you in July, or birthdays, anniversaries, memorials, that was significant, that actually it's kind of like I see a little bit of sorrow on the face, and then I see also the tear, not tears, but like welling up of the eyes. And this, I don't know if this is you or another male around you. Okay, and I feel like there's suffering in silence. That's what I'm hearing. Or is that you? Suffering in silence is what I'm hearing. I'm also getting number 14 around you. 1 and 4 is 5 in the month of May as well. So they're saying to me, times have been bad, but times are getting better for you. And I know that sounds really general, and it might not sound right now, but look forward to this, because I feel like so we're into the 27th today of October. Can you believe how quick this year is going? It's insane. So 27 today, 2 and 7 is 9 in the month of September. So September was also significant as well. But after this month, rest assured things will be going a little bit downwards, because you need to ramp down for Christmas. You need to slow down. And that's what the message is here for you. Next 3 months, wow, busy. I'm just feeling busy. It's like a neon flashing light for me. I'm also getting November as well. So as much as you want things to settle down around your life and your path, I know you've got ideas that you want to put in place, and I feel like these ideas should be pushed out to the universe or to the world around February, March. Okay, no point doing it now. There's absolutely no point doing it now. Everything needs to ramp down. Everything needs to become stable for you, because I feel like you're running from left to right, upside down, inside out, tossing and turning in bed. They just showed me. And like nervousness all the time. It's like you've got this nervousness thing, and something's not sitting right with you at the moment. And trust your instincts. That's what I want to say to you. because the instincts in you, it's like you just got that knowing. Okay, so trust the instincts I'm hearing. And the anxiety will settle down as well. And I feel like this is going to be over Christmas. If you're worrying about money, I see the money going out the door between now and November, maybe mid-November as well. But after the mid-November, it's going to all start to settle down. Even though Christmas is coming up, I see more dollars coming in. This is going to be December. I just saw December dollar signs. So look forward to that. Really, really nice. I'm looking forward to your future next year, because after February, March, if you can get the ideas or whatever you've got in your mind that you feel like that you can do, then push it forward, test the waters first, and then see what happens after that, because after March, everything's going to ramp up again. So take your time with things and be patient with things, because if, you know, where the focus goes, the energy flows. So look forward to that. I'm looking forward to hearing back from you next year sometime with some good news for us, and because I feel like it's coming. And they're just saying special. What's special? What's special going on now? I just saw the big neon light and I heard special in my head. So it's something special going on, like a function that's coming up for you. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't want to blow the whistle here, but yeah. So look, so keep going. Don't stop in the middle, and I'll leave that there. Thank you. If you've got any validation, guys, then actually post it up now. Ellie's over there. She's waiting. She's got a big smile on her face. She's waiting, and she's looking forward to your validation. So Karen Riley, good evening. Karen's been with me for, well, a long time. Rosie Salerno's been with me for a long time. So Wendy Merce Martin said the 28th, we change to 5G tomorrow. We don't always have to use 5G, but anyway. Someone else said to me yesterday, sent me a message from up in the country, one of my friends, and said, "Oh, Lesley, I'm just testing my phone. I'm on 3G." And I went, "Wow, that's cool." But he says, "I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'll keep testing it. Do you mind? Because I live in Sydney, they live in the country." I said, "Okay, whatever. Just send me any message." What else have we got here? Glennis Lacey said, "Okay, I went to see a band, the Radiators, but I couldn't afford the entry of $35. So I went to my car where I could hear the band best and kind of see them. And the security guy came toward me. I thought to tell me to leave, but he gave me an armband to enter the venue for me and my friend. Most grateful, best night ever. And I took my tambourine too. Big bruise on my left leg, but worth it." Well done. That's beautiful. Well done, Glennis. See, this is what happens. Like, people need to pay things forward, and once you start doing that, it all comes back to you tenfold. It's just beautiful. Good evening, Lesley. I asked this the other night, but wasn't very clear in the question. I'm about to have, oh gosh, don't tell me anything. I always say this, don't tell me any information. But she says, "I'm about to have my 7th baby, and time now. Do you see when this is going to happen?" What is the date? Why do I get the 23rd? I don't know. I just got 23. 2 and 3 is 5 in the month of May, but I just got 23. I just saw 23 when I read that first bit there. So she said, "When is this going to happen? I'm so tired and exhausted. Want this bubba out." Oh my God, I can't imagine how tired you are after having 7 children, Carmen. Wow. Well, I don't know. I just get the 23. So whatever that means, if that's when it's due, I'm not sure. But I remember saying 23 for one of my friends down in South Coast, and she sent me a message, and her grandchild was born on the 23rd. So I don't know why, just that just came to mind then, but I'll leave it there with that one. So, but I'll write this down too, because I like to keep a record of it, even though the show is recorded, and I save every show. But the 23 rings a bell here. I'm also getting 16 come to mind as well, 7 in the month of July for you. So whatever that means, I feel like July was a significant time for you. So whatever was going on around you in July is all settled down now, Carmen. So keep going. And another one, don't stop in the middle. Just keep going. And you're going to be very busy. Of course, you've got 7 kids. I mean, which psychic wouldn't say that? I mean, that's very general. I don't like to be general. I like to have proper evidence with all my stuff that I talk about. So what have we got here? Yes, well, Karma Feeney, I cannot say anything about that, what you've just questioned me on live radio, lovey. That's impossible. So I'm really sorry about that, but you're going to have to. I don't feel like this was It's not the right place for me to talk about that kind of information. Sorry, I've got to be careful of media law, and I've also got to be careful of what I say about that. Okay, so that's really important. But there's not much you can do when a past loved one has passed on, guys. It's gone. It's finished. They don't hold it with them. They don't take it with them. They're always around us. They don't leave our side. People think and say to me all the time, oh, when I don't feel them around me anymore, I don't see them, or I don't hear them, or I don't, get that energy or that vibe or whatever. But they're always around you. Just because you don't feel it, they throw their arms up in the air and go, well, I just showed you something the other day. But they're faint messages. I just showed you something the other day, like a feather in your bed, or or a bird that you used to like that's croaking outside, or, screaming outside the window, and you're still not picking it up. You know what I mean? But just remember, guys, they're always around us. But Karma definitely can't speak about that stuff here, lovey. Sorry. It's extremely personal. It's extremely sensitive. What else do we have here? So tell me, guys, what you've done to pay it forward as well. Like the random act of kindness, I call it. We usually do this here on the show. So what else have we got here? I'm seeing a lot of people saying good evening to everyone and not many questions. So post up your questions for me. But we'll leave that there. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Radio SWR 99.9 FM.
Wow, 99.9. The difference.
Post up your questions, guys. Haven't got many questions. I can't do a reading without many questions.
Lunch, bistro classics, specialty
Cha-cha-cha. Yes, sorry, Carmen. Sorry, Karma. Sorry, beg your pardon.
With locally roasted coffee. Open 7 days a
Yeah.
week from 9 a.m. till late. Located
There we
on the
go.
first floor of Workers Blacktown. To view our menu or book a table,
Yeah,
visit
100% planners.
workerslifestyle.com.au. Station sponsor.
Yeah.
A tough time doesn't excuse abusive behaviour at home. Even in crisis.
Send me your
there's no
questions,
place for
guys.
domestic or family violence. If you, your family,
Grab a drink. How long have I got, Ellie? A minute and a half?
Online and by phone
Minute.
24/7. For free, confidential advice, support and counselling for everyone, contact 1-800-RESPECT. There's no place for domestic or family violence. Help is here. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Dogs are awesome. Think about it. When you give them a little love, they'll give you their heart. They don't care about how much money you make, how good you look, or even how bright you are. They love you for you. That's why we need to train more assistance dogs. They take care of people in need by helping out with everyday tasks, from opening doors to emptying the washing machine. To help us share the love, find out how you can get involved by visiting assistancedogs.org.au.
Did you know that the average school child will eat more than 2,500 lunches during their 13 years at school?
Oops.
We know that 1 in 3 cases of cancer can be prevented by adopting a healthy lifestyle, which includes eating well.
Tell me where you're
But
from,
93%
guys. Suburb,
of
state,
children
country,
don't
county
eat
as
enough
well.
vegetables, and adults aren't eating enough either. At Cancer Council New South Wales, we're passionate about helping families eat healthily. So we've packed everything you need to know about nutritious, easy, kid-friendly lunches into our new website, healthylunchbox.com.au.
Sydney's West.
Welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air with International Psychic Medium Lesley Spaliviero, and welcome back to my show. We were today at the Convoy for Kids, which was amazing at the Hawkesbury Showground. Hopefully they raised a lot of money with all the truckies there, showing support for all the kids with cancer, and some beautiful hot rods, some beautiful trucks, some beautiful bikes as well, and a lot of people there. They had the weightlifting, heavy, like the strongman and strongwoman weightlifting competition there. It was amazing as well. Lots of tow truck drivers, lots of couriers, lots of ancient bus drivers as well. And I walked around and got a lot of people to come and do some interviews or pre-recorded interviews so that we could play it over the radio, over the OB unit, the outside broadcasting unit, which was amazing. But guys, if you want to have a free mini reading, then come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air on Facebook. Post up your question. Don't tell me anything. A lot of people still give me all the information. I don't really want any information. I just want your question. I want my spirit. I don't use any tarot cards, so I want my spirit to answer with no information, because it's more organic. And I love the way my spirit works with me to deliver the message to you guys. So please don't share any information. I don't need it, to be honest. Tanya Aikens, thanks for joining us. She's all the way from Katoomba. We've got Heidi James, good evening. She's all, Marupna in Victoria, Mooropna, Marupna. Never heard of it. Sounds really cool. Sounds like a little town. But that's really neat. That's really cool, that name. I don't know where that would have come from, but we've got Rotorua in New Zealand from Warewa. Gosh, I can't even talk. Must be someone coming through with some sort of speech impairment or something. Raywin Halliday, good evening. Thank you for joining us all the way from New Zealand. Keely Rhodes, she says, I would love to know if you have any messages for myself. Thank you. So let's do Keely. And why do I get sore neck, sore shoulders around you? Or who's that around you? Because I feel like this is on my left side. I'm just writing this down. I'm also getting allergy. This just said allergy free, but why would they say allergy free, or allergy me? What's that mean? Allergy me or allergy free? Did I hear that right? I'm also getting 16 around you, 7 in July as well. Significant month for you too. And they're showing me property. Is there something not right with the property as well? So and I just keep hearing property. Are you looking for property, or you had been looking for property, you just found something? Because I feel like this is really recent. They're also saying something about the nails. What was with the nails? They're saying they're like my nails, but I've got to get them done. But what's with nails, or the nail, like your fingernails? What's going on there? Well, I don't understand it. I just say what I get. That's why I like this to be organic. I like it to be natural, coming from spirit. Sometimes I don't even understand the question, like the answer from spirit, but then I just say it and it means 100% for the person. So that's why I just say everything that I get. But fingernails or nails or something like that, what does that mean to you? And jewelry. So was someone leaving you jewelry, or you received jewelry or something like that? Because I see someone handing you over some jewelry, and I feel like this was gold, and it doesn't look like it's just a ring, but it looks like either a loose chain bracelet. And I also get the name James or Jeffrey. Who's that? James, Jeffrey, Jim. Something like that, a J name. So what is that? What does that mean to you? They also show me the number 11, 2, or February. I do feel like that February is a significant month for you, and also November. Now, is there someone around you that's had issues with the throat or burning down the throat? Because I feel like my chest is just burning here. It's like either heartburn or something with the throat, or sore throat around this part here, or cancer. I feel like I can't even talk. And when I breathe, I feel like there's either phlegm or mucus in there that's stuck in that chest. And I feel like this is an elderly person around you. They also show me the oxygen through to the nose and through the tank here. This person's in hospital. I was going to say these people, but I feel like this was a previous person as well. I've got 2 here. But this person's just been recently in hospital or passed over in hospital, and they're showing me the oxygen. They didn't like it. They kept pulling it out. They didn't like the oxygen thing in the nose. It looks like they were pulling it out. And sometimes people just do that because they don't like that feeling, that sensation, something shoved up your nose, I guess. It wouldn't be nice, but I just see them pulling it out and not being happy with that. Is this a young male as well around you that's either done this, or I've got 2 people here. I feel like that there's a young male that's pulled that out, or because I see a young boy with brown hair, brown eyes doing something like that. Boy. And the elderly person as well, like either bumping it or pulling out. This elderly person's definitely got scars on the veins here. They're saying to me, my veins are popped up because I'm hot, because it's been a warm day today. But they're showing me the veins, and they're saying to me that the veins where the cannula went in looks like the wrist or the hand is swollen, like it didn't go in properly, and the hand's like up like a balloon with all the fluid going into the hand, not into the body or to the vein. That's what I'm seeing. So what does that mean to you, or who's that around you? Or is this like nurse or hospital? Or you're always in hospital, or are you a nurse, or what's with it? What's going on there? Because I just see so many different things. The Spirit's just smashing me with all this stuff, and I've got to say, that's why I talk so fast, because I've got to say everything really, really fast, and then I can't get everything out when he's throwing all this stuff at me. I ask him for a smorgasbord of information all the time. However, I get so much so quick, I've got to be really, really fast when I talk about it. And then sometimes it doesn't make sense to me, but it might make sense to someone else. That's why I say it. But over to you there, Miss Ellie. We'll have to get you to talk loud because I had feedback today saying that we can't hear her.
Yep, so I've got 2 validations. The first one's from Rosie Salerno. She said, Lesley, you have read for me a few times, but it wasn't a reading. It was more like you came to my place, and I can say this to everyone on here. Lesley is absolutely incredible. She's really heaven sent. She is the most amazing person I've talked to in my life.
Oh, bless you. Yes, I feel like that was at the time when she was saying about when I went through a home, but I wasn't even home, never even met, I never even been to a house, and I described her house to a T, and she's still freaked out. Well, it freaks me out too. Don't you worry about that, Ellie. I still get freaked out, but anyway.
And then Paul Wilson, thank you, Lesley. I love my beautiful life and look forward to all those good things. Shall keep you updated.
Good work. Thank you. Very, very good, Paul. Yes, looking forward to hearing about it all. And this is what happened with Damien Snow. He had, when he first came on here, he's on the States, US, is it Canada? USA. And Ellie's informing me it's USA. But when he came on, what's that? Yeah, somewhere. Well, it's overseas. Anyway, when he came on here, it was all doom and gloom, and then we pulled him in. Well, I pulled him into the right direction. Now he's just on fire, so which is really cool, and everyone loves him when he comes on here. But that's what happens on this show here. All my long-term followers just take you and they put their golden arms and their beautiful white wings around you, and they mollicot everybody that comes on the show here. And God help you if you're rude to me on my show, eh, Ellie? They will eat you alive. Was that you who sneezed this time, Lesley? No, lovey. I think did you sneeze? Oh, it was you. Oh, how? I don't even need to ask that question. How silly of me. No, that was Ellie Tanya Aikens that Ellie sneezed, not me. I was out there having a drink of my water. Watching from Albury, New South Wales. Thank you, Karen Riley. Thank you. Who else have we got here? Oh, this is a newbie. Margaret Jackson, she says, hi, Lesley and Ellie, lovely to be here from the beautiful sunny Newquay in Cornwall, England. Any messages today, please? Oh, that's cool. Cornwall in England. I love it when I get people from all around the world. Margaret Jackson, what do we got here for you, Spirit? Okay, let's fix up my page. My gosh. Okay, I get the number 10 around you, October, and 1 or January. So this month here, extremely busy, extremely flat out. I feel like it's like take a big breath because you haven't like stopped going. You know what I mean? It's very, very busy. And going forward, I do feel like by the end of January, even though it's 10 or October or 1 or January, when I break it down, when Spirit tells me to break it down, the January is just going to start to ramp down at the end of January. So look forward to that because you need that. I just heard travel as well. Have you been thinking of travel, or are you traveling around that time? Because I do feel like it's going to be very good for you. If it's on the mind, then you need to do this before the end of February into March. Okay, so before February into March. So maybe the last 2 weeks of February or the first 2 weeks of March, because I do feel like that's going to be the best time for you, lovey. Usually at Christmas time. Is it if they're in England, it's freezing cold over there, isn't it? So yeah, so I just thought of that. So February into March is going to be beautiful, a lot more less fresh, I should say, or less freezing, I should say, over there. But yeah, also, have you been thinking about something that's been on your mind? Because I see you sitting there in the kitchen, just like, yeah, that's not right. And you're a real deep thinker. So they're saying to me, like, she just has like a drink in the morning and then she's just really deep thinking about something and it's playing on your mind. Whatever's playing on your mind, follow your instincts as well, because I feel like you're on the right track. And I just heard study as well. Is there you with study or looking forward or thinking of doing a short course or something like that? Because this is going to be really good for you. Whatever you're thinking about with educating yourself, please do it, because this is going to be really good for you. I see the smiles on your face, and I also feel like there's no, what do you call it, like remorse about what you've done with a few things lately. I just feel like that everything's starting to settle down. And there's a young male around you as well. I just heard boy, male. And I also see the white vehicle, but I get this boy. I feel like this boy just needs either a welfare check or some, nurturing at the moment. I feel like the things have just gone a little bit pear-shaped for him, and maybe just a little bit of sorrow, sadness. I was going to say something else then, but I got my words mixed up. But sorrow and sadness. So I feel like a little bit of sadness, but reassurance will bring this person up a little bit higher than what he has been lately. So, but I'm also getting a white car around you. And when I get the car, I like to tell people, get it serviced, 2 to 4 weeks. That's what I'm giving you. So, but this white car, I feel like this car has been going up the embankment or coming back down again. So please, whoever that is, if that's not you around there and the first person comes to mind, remind them to behave themselves. Remind them to be wary of swerving to the left, going up a gutter, because I see the car going up the gutter and coming back down again. And this is really close to home as well. So it's like they're not paying attention because they're so close to home that they're not paying attention. So they're going to be swerving off. Okay. So I'm trying to avoid something here unless this has already happened. Wow. And I'll leave it there. I've got a bit of anxiety around you as well. Not that I get anxiety, but I feel like you've got the anxiety as well. But this is all going to settle down. Enjoy your Christmas. Okay. Christmas is going to just like slowly settling down as though you're going to be busy, but not as busy as you think. Okay. And I'll leave that there. Thank you. But over to you then, Miss Ellie. Any other validations there? Not yet. Dixie Keen. Woohoo. Hi, Lesley, Ellie, Spirit, everyone. Wellington, New Zealand. Would love a message, please, Lesley. Great to see you. Great to hear from you. I can't see you, but great to hear from you. Oh, Dixie Keen. What have we got here, Spirit? Okay. I feel like dehydration around you. I feel like my mouth is all just really dry. Things haven't been going as well as or smooth. I'm also getting the number 11 around you, November. So things should settle down around November. So settlement, I hear. Are you ready to sign contracts or anything like that? Because I just see the contracts. And like when I see things like this, it shows me as a theme, guys. The contracts are floating, like the Harry Potter movie where he's does all the magic stuff, and then something floats in the air. Well, that's what I see. I see a little piece of paper floating in the air with a big C on it. Little piece of paper floating in the air. And I'm getting 2 contracts or something that you'll be signing, either a job description or new work job description, or court case or contract with property or something else that's a contract. So whatever you're purchasing. So be careful of that. When I see the contracts, there's always warning signs for me. So it's saying to me C plus C, so contract plus contract. That's what I'm seeing here. So, or court case plus contract or something like that, or, being served papers, something like that. So just be careful of that. And whatever you do not sign nothing until you've double checked it yourself. I don't care if you have 10 lawyers, 10 solicitors, whatever. Please read the documents yourself, whatever you're signing. And this is coming up within the next 3 to 4 months, if it not already has happened. Okay, so please make sure that you sign, if you're signing anything, that you double check, triple check. And I don't care if your lawyer's checked it 10 times. Please make sure if you're not sure about it, you cross it off and you sign it out. Okay, sign it off that document, because it's going to catch you later. Okay, this is coming up next 3 to 4 months. And I feel like the last 2 years has been a bit upside down, like a bit upside down. People have been a little bit frustrating you, annoying you, but things are going to settle. And this is going to be after Christmas time. So, you didn't get to this far to get to this far. So settlement, everything's settling down around you after November into December, and next year is a little bit more easier for you. So look forward to that, lovey. And I'll leave that there. But if you've got any validation from when I've done readings for you before, then send it through. Ellie will pick it up here. We've got Donna Roach. Good evening. Watching from Dandenong, North Victoria. Thanks for joining us. So tell me where you're from, guys. Suburb, state, country, county. I love to know who I'm helping around the world. It's pretty cool. So we've also got Beverly. I highly recommend a private reading with Lesley. She did one for me 2 months ago and she was spot on. Thank you. Yes, I said to her that her October was going to be horrendous. Thank you for that. And yes, I wanted to do a shout out to a couple of people as well. I've got one of our dear followers. Thanks, Andy Dan. She just reminded me. One of our dear followers, Teresa Gardner, she's just about to have triple bypass surgery, and she's in hospital at the moment, and we want to send our love to her. I'm sending you lots of prayers, lots of love there, Teresa, and that's going to hopefully help you get through all the recovery phase, lovey. And we're thinking about you. We miss you. Let's put it that way. So I just want to mention that now. I want to say good evening also to Anne-Marie and Alan, and also Tony, my MS friend. He religiously watches us from the YouTube channel. And I just want to say good evening to Tony as well. Hope you're okay there. Let's keep going. How are you going? Beautiful. Yes, I'm going good. I've been flat out all day. Trish. So we've got Deborah Ellis. We've got, please, could I have a message from my dad? Thank you so much, Deborah Ellis. Let's go, Spirit. So I don't know why, but they just did a flashback for me eating lunch with some friends, and I feel like that was like good times for you. I don't know why. There's something missing about the eating or going out and having something like delicious to eat, or something where you've been totally relaxed with good people around you. That's what I'm feeling around you. But going back to Dad, I feel like Dad's heart was on his sleeve as well. He's saying nothing much would have been achieved if he would have changed his path. Now, I don't understand what that means. You might understand what that means, but that's what I heard him say in my ear here. I'm also getting number 12 around you, which is December, 3 or March as well. So I do feel like that December is going to be a lot difficult for you for this December, because things, there's a few people that are not going to be there, or they've made it a little bit harder for you to be as settled in December. So don't worry about it. It'll all settle over. But sometimes things will be a little bit annoying around December. I don't know what it is yet completely, but that's definitely going to happen. But I also get the number 2 around you, which is February. They're also giving me pain. Wow. I'm getting pain underneath my right rib cage, and I feel like either liver or the ribs. I feel like the ribs might have been broken, or you've got a stitch, or you had a stitch there. I don't know what's going on there, but underneath the right rib cage, I'm getting a lot of pain there. I just had to say it because it was starting to annoy me, and they kind of like flick me with more pain. So I have to stop that really quickly. Otherwise, I'll sit here in pain half the night until I acknowledge it. So thanks for that, Spirit. I remember doing a reading on radio one night, and next minute I'm having a massive heart attack and I'm literally having, like, I felt like someone had hit me with a lightning bolt and gave me a huge heart attack. And I said, Spirit, for God's sake, you don't have to torture me when you give me these messages. You just have to give me a subtle message and I'll pick it up. You didn't have to do that. So now he just kind of flicks me, and I feel like this pain's been here for a while. If I touch it, it's very sensitive on my side. So I don't know what's going on around you or someone. I feel like this might be a male as well around you. And it's on my right side here, underneath my right rib cage. Things are going to settle down. I also see and I feel Dad around you as well. And he's showing me curtains. They always show me the theme of the curtains and pushing the curtains aside and just stand there. Feel that ray of sunshine on you, lovey, because that's your dad shining light on you, okay? And I'll leave that there. Thank you. It's very beautiful. Very sincere man. Very beautiful. Very, very sincere. He's still showing me. He's still here, pulling up the blankets or the sheets up, because he was quite afraid to pass over. They always show me this when they're afraid to pass over. They pull up the blankets and they're quite timid and they don't know what to say to me. They don't know how to behave to me, because I know I'm a medium and sometimes I don't believe what I do. They're very skeptical. But when I start saying some of this stuff, they go, "Oh, okay, we can talk to you, to our daughter or our niece or our loved one." So there you go. Rosie Salerno said, yes, you did feel my pain too. Yes, 100%. Yes. Jennifer Thompson, good evening. Grand Junction in Colorado. Thanks for joining us. We've got Loretta Red Sunshine. Beautiful. Watching from North Missouri in the USA. Thanks for joining us. That's so cool. Lots of people here tonight from overseas. Tanya Akins, do you see me moving to another country? Did I do a reading for her? No? Okay, good. Well, I see her name come up so many times, I can't remember if I've done a reading for you. Sorry. Do you see me moving to another country in the near future? Appreciate whatever comes through. Thank you. Another country. Not right now. I do feel like this has been on your mind for a while, but I feel like this is. They're saying to me, just hold everything, just stop. It's like get your feet planted on the ground first. Wait after Christmas. I'm looking like June/July next year, and also testing the waters with travel. I just heard travel/study as well. That'll be really nice for you. It's like a research project. You know what I mean? Like when you go and do your travel stuff and things like that. It's like you go and research and you're like an OCD when you do OCD, you're supposed to put it in order. You put CDO. So it's like your OCD with all this stuff. What's the ducks are in a row with all that kind of thing there. But I'm also getting 16 around you and 7. So definitely 7 and July. Definitely July is something significant for you. The birthday, anniversary, memorial, or this travel. And I feel like that's going to be a lot better for you, actually. Things are going to be settled down around you. I just don't feel like things are right now, It's kind of like you're going, yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, Lesley. That's what I feel. I'm also getting 11 around you. So November, next month, a good month for you as well. They're showing me dollar signs. I just saw dollar signs. Definitely dollars coming in around November. This is going to be either they're showing me 20-23 or 20 to 23. What does that mean? So either the 2, which is February, going back to February, or the 23, which is 5. So the 2 is a February, and then you've also got the 5 or 23 is 2 and 3 is 5, and the month of May as well. So good times coming up for you there, Tanya. So look forward to it. And I also feel like you've cleared out some baggage as well. So things that haven't been right with you, it's like you've gone, yep, no, can't do that. Yep, no, this is right path. That's not the right path. It's like you've gone from here and you've separated everything and you've gone, no, I can't waste my time on difficult things or difficult situations anymore. And it's time for change because I'm getting the 555 around you as well. So look forward to the change, lovey. Any validation, Sarah Lee?
Yes, I do.
Okay, over to you. You have to speak a little bit louder so they can hear you.
Okay, so there's one from Margaret Jackson. Yeah, Margaret.
Yeah, but you sound like a Smurf or a chipmunk then.
I'll take Smurf. I don't like chipmunks. Margaret Jackson said, yes, I am a deep thinker. I have just qualified as a SENCO working with children with special needs, so just finished my studies and nice to relax a bit. I'm thinking a lot about myself as I know where I work is toxic and it makes me feel awful, and I hope a new job comes around so I can move on. October next year, we are going abroad for my brother's wedding. My birthday is in February, so Pisces. So it would be good to get away for that. Looking forward to Christmas. My son is feeling low, so I'm
there you go.
So
there's the boy, the male. Yes, young. There we go, 100%. Oh, I love it. I love it when spirit gets it right. But look forward to all this stuff there, Margaret. Everything's going to settle down. Your son needs your comfort, okay? So, and that's screaming from a past loved one here. So I'm looking forward to hearing about all your adventures because there's a lot of stuff coming up for you. This is going to be really cool. But yes, right. Who else have we got here? Thank you, Rosie. She says so who else is that? Is she replying to me or okay. Oh, Tammy Fife Murphy from Florida. Thanks for joining us. Cool. So tell me where you're from, guys. Suburb, state, country, county. I love to know who I'm helping around the world. We've got Sandra D. Good evening as well. She's saying, and good evening to Lesley, Ellie, Spirit, and all on here tonight. I hope you are all doing well. Love and light. Blessings to you all. Beautiful. So if I've missed your question, then please post it up again. The feed here sometimes goes really fast, or the algorithm in Facebook, I don't get to see yours. And then sometimes my friends go to me, oh, did you see my question? Or did you see what I said? And I go, no. And they say, well, because the feed either goes so fast or the algorithm, the Facebook algorithm just doesn't let me see them. I don't know why. So, and they think I'm ignoring them, but I'm not. I do this for free. I do this to help people. Why would I be ignoring people? But anyway, we'll keep going. So we've got Susan McDonald. She's hi everyone, from Bowmanville in Ontario. Go figure. Susan McDonald, she said it's 5:30 a.m. here in Ontario. Go figure. Thanks for joining us. So cool. Yes, you're up early. Gosh, I get up at 6 o'clock every day. Tammy Murphy, have a wonderful day. It's Sunday in the USA, and I have to get breakfast going before church in the barn. How cool is that? Blessings to you all. Much love. Thank you. That's really cool. In the barn. I haven't heard that for a long time. Ioana, Michael. Hi, Leslie, Alien Spirit from Melbourne. Would love a message if drawn to. Thank you. Ioanna. Okay, for me, I get the left ankle pain, and this feels like either someone's done a sprain or they've got issues with the ankle on the left ankle, and I feel like it's numb, like it's swollen, like it's actually swollen up. I'm laughing because I used to play soccer, and I played soccer for 18 years or 19 years or something like that, and I have sprained my ankles so many times it's not funny. But left ankle sprain or left swelling in the left side of the foot, that's what I'm hearing here. I'm also getting 11 around you, so times are changing around you. Looking forward to this, and this is going to be after November, lovey. Lots of good stuff coming up. It feels like everything's upside down, inside out at the moment, but I do feel like things are going to settle. This is after November, so hold the fort. That's what I'm hearing. I get themes, guys. I get themes such as, the quicksand, and this is what I'm getting for you as well, Ioana. And it looks like to me that the rope for the quicksand for you to dig yourself out of it is just a little bit too far away, and by November it's going to be close enough for you to grab to pull yourself out. So hold the fort. That's what I'm hearing for you. Okay, and do you have allergies as well, like to either jewelry, because I've just got really itchy from my necklace here, and I don't know if it's from the jewelry or something itching me or you, or I have to ask people now. It's like when I stand next to someone and I feel like I'm having a heart attack. I go, did you have someone that's had a heart attack? And I don't do this all the time. Have you had someone around just had a heart attack or yourself? They go, yeah. And I go, oh, thank God for that, because I thought it was me. But I don't mean it, thank God that they had a heart attack. I just mean, thank God I've picked it up, because otherwise I'm going to be sitting here having a heart attack all night. But things are coming up good around you. I feel like things are settling down, Ioana, but that rope for that quicksand is definitely coming up. So look forward to it after November. Things are tight at the moment, so save your money. They're saying to me she's in automatic mode as well. Automatic mode, so you need to get out of automatic mode. And I want everybody out of automatic mode. I pretty much say it all the time during the January, February, March. January, first gear, second gear in February, and third gear in March. Next year, we need to pull ourselves up and kick ourselves up the butt sometimes and get motivated to get ahead, okay? We don't want to be stalling. We can't afford to stall here with what's going on around the world, guys. So we need to make sure that we are on point with whatever we are thinking about and that we do. And do you also have tooth or jaw pain or something like that? Because I feel like you're either grinding your teeth like this when you're sleeping. So you might have to go to a dentist and get a splint, or where you put the splint in your mouth so you don't grind your teeth. But I do feel like that the teeth are being grinded here, okay? Because the jawbone, my left side of my jawbone is quite sore, or around the teeth area there, the lower part of the teeth. So, but I'll leave that there, and good luck with everything. Over to you then, Miss Ellie.
I have 2 chunky validations.
Okay, do you want to do one now, and then we'll go to the ads, and then we'll do one after? So back over to you then, Miss Ellie.
So Dixie Keane said, validation, I totally recommend Leslie, so spot on.
Oh, thank you.
I resonate with every message I have received from our beautiful Leslie. I do have 2 papers coming up that I will be signing. Away. I will triple check them. You have always been so correct on everything. You have given. You are so brilliant, Leslie. Thank you so much for the amazing reading.
Yes.
You're so my go-to for help. Really appreciate the spot on readings.
Wow, that's what I saw. So these 2 floating contracts in front of me, and I'm thinking, no, there's not a third, because they shut me off. They go, no, there's a brick wall there. I can't see anything else. But 100%, I wrote that down. There's my 2 contracts there, the C's. So definitely 100%, I want you double checking, triple checking that, Dixie. I can't stress that enough. And even if there's nothing in there, just whatever you're doing between now and the next 3 months, I want you to double check, triple check. And we'll leave that there. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Radio SWR 99.9 FM. SWR999.com.au. I love it when Spirit gets it right. Did we do that validation from Margaret, Ellie? Yeah, the big one? Wow. So I'm in flight with Spirit. I can't remember sometimes what I've said, guys, because when I'm in flight, I'm just on like bang, 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 all these messages come through. You all right? What's that?
Same address, Railway Parade, Fairfield. Same family.
Ah, yes, I do remember that.
generations.
If I've missed your question, guys, send it again, please, because sometimes the feed goes really quick or I don't get to see it. Oh, here's a beautiful. This is the beautiful big validation from Dixie. Go figure. There we go. Wow. Bev Ridley, I work with people with disabilities and they're my friends. Yeah, beautiful.
Licensed builders
So
save
sweet.
big in Trenham Building Supplies with a massive range of top quality materials and an extra 5% off.
So we've got the Tanya Aikens one next, have we? Yeah. Oh, wow. Go figure. There's a Tanya Aikens one that's coming up. Ellie will read it out shortly. We've got another hour to go, guys, so post me up your questions.
Station sponsor. The Sydney Hills Business Chamber is the peak business.
Ah, so Iwana, she is very itchy. That's why I was itching on my neck. I'm going, oh my God, what's wrong with me? I don't look like I'm scratching like a dog here. That's cool.
Small businesses in the region a more powerful voice. Joining the Sydney Hills Business Chamber is a great way for your business to grow.
Oh, here's another validation from Iwana.
To register for
Okay.
a free information session, visit sydneyhillsbusiness.com.au. Did you know most women diagnosed with breast cancer have no family history? The good news is, if caught early, most breast cancers can be treated successfully. For women aged 50 to 74, a regular mammogram is the best way to find breast cancer early. Book your free
Okay, where are
mammogram
we up
today
to?
by
We've done
visiting
that one.
Breastscreen New South Wales online. A mammogram only takes
How long we got,
20
yeah?
minutes. It's free and it could just save your life. A New South Wales government initiative.
SWR 99.9, Sydney's West.
And welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. You're with International Psychic Medium Lesley Spaliviero. And welcome back to my show. Over to you there, Miss Ellie, where she's got another validation for us.
Yep, so Tanya Aikens said, yes, following with everything you said, I have been thinking about possibly moving around June,
Oh,
July
cool.
next year. I have been traveling and studying horticulture, so I'm always keen to discover new plants when traveling. As for
Ah,
my business, I have advertised again and getting a great response there. Thank you,
Ah.
Leslie.
beautiful. Go figure. Well done. Yes, everything's on point with you there. So that's really cool. Back over to you there, Miss Ellie.
Then Iona said, is it Iona?
I don't know. I am hopeless. You tell me.
I'm just gonna-
Iona. IOANNA. Iona.
She said, true, that is
Sorry.
how I have been feeling. My jaw has been swollen with me.
Headaches.
Thank
Yes,
you.
I didn't have the headache, but I heard headache and I should have said it. But yes, I did. I had the feeling around the jaw 100%. But I do feel like that you're grinding your teeth, lovey. Like really, really grinding your teeth. So make sure that you're like when you go to sleep, sometimes they say to push your tongue on top of your teeth there so that you can like go to bed with your tongue touching the top of your teeth so that you don't grind them. But yeah, or go to the dentist and get a splint, something like that, lovey, because I feel like that's going to help you. Okay, let's keep going. If I've missed your question, then please post it up again. I'm here for another hour or so or less, and we're live across the world, including Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, the iHeartRadio, and Omni Studio, and we're live across the world. So about six to seven platforms. And I do this every week. We've done this for 462 live shows on radio as well as home shows. I also did the Psychic TV, the platform stuff. We had 400 people at the platform going back last year, which was amazing. And Michelle Coburn was there as well, I must say, and her beautiful husband, Dave. What else have we got here, guys? Everyone's posting up their questions, which is cool. So if I've missed it, then repost it again. Tell me where you're from, suburb, state, country, county as well. I'd love to know who I'm helping around the world. So we've got here, we all appreciate your time and the messages you give us from Spirit. Thank you, Tanya. That's beautiful. Yes, I've been given a gift, guys. If you've just tuned in, I'm an international psychic medium. I do relay direct messages from Spirit. No tarot cards. This is my desk, right? So there's my desk. There's my scribbly pad, my notepad here. And that's what I do. I help people out and I guide them into the right direction from Spirit. I get a lot of messages from Spirit. I talk really fast because he's just like bang, bang, bang. He's just really, really quick. And I like to try and filter out as much as I can and allowed to say on radio because it's live. And We do these 2 hours on a Sunday night, 8 till 10, as well as every Monday night, 8 till 10 as well. So 2 different radio stations. This is the SWR 99.9 FM radio station here, and it's amazing. We've been here, oh gosh, I've been here for 101 live shows here, which is pretty cool. This is where I started, and thanks to Joanne and also Mr. Bones, Mr. Johnny Bones. He's one of my longtime PT clients from many moons ago, or probably around 10 years ago, I'd say now. And he's the one that taught me the information that I needed to know here in the studio with the panel and all the media law and everything here in the studio. Then I trained up early, and then they trained up early with the new studio. And then we're back again with this beautiful commercial grade studio, which is amazing. And then we've been over at the other radio station as well, which was, it's going to be 3 years or something like that too, 137 live shows there, which is pretty cool. So where are we up to? If I've missed your question, then post it up again, please. Main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. Right, what have we got here? And we need to have some manners too, guys. We always say, please. My spirit has this major issue with manners. Most of my followers on here know that, and they know they will pull you up as well. So you don't get anywhere in life without having manners, guys. It's so important. It's like there's an old saying, and I love this saying: you catch more bees with honey than you do with vinegar. And it's like me telling you to go down to the shop and I say, get me a loaf of bread. And you go, yeah, no way am I going to get you a loaf of bread because you're talking to me rude. But if you say, can you please go to the shop and get me a loaf of bread? Of course, how many do you want? That's what they'd say to you. So think about it, guys. Kylie Payne, I would love to know what my nan would say to me. Do I keep trying with this man who is scared of commitment? And should I buy a house here in Alice Springs? Oh gosh, I did Psychic TV many moons ago as well, and I said to Spirit, don't give me any relationship questions or anyone call up on relationship. And I get 5 in a row that night. It was so busy that night, and I said to myself, no, I don't want to do it, because I say 50-50 phone a friend. But I'm also, just before we do that, I need to get rid of this pain that I'm having as well, Kylie. And it's on my left side, and this is underneath where the pancreas is, or around the kidney location. So who's that around you, if that's not you, that's had issues around the pancreas kidney location? Because it just feels like a dull ache to me. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. The fluid retention as well, I just heard. And I feel like this is more about your health at the moment, or around someone's health at the moment. Now, when someone doesn't want commitment, that's your answer, lovey. They don't want commitment. That's what I'm hearing. And if you want, it's like if I go knock on this wood here, that's this person's head. It's like you're knocking on wood. They're very stubborn. Okay, so I don't feel like this is going to change at all. And it's, sometimes you're wasting your time, but then you don't know you're scared of what's over the other side as well, But the ball is purely within your court, clearly. And I don't need to be a psychic to know that, but there's or psychic to say that. The ball is definitely within your court. And I do see smiles on your face, but I also see you, I see you here, and I see you on the left side, and I see the brick wall, and then I see him pretty much gone. That's what I'm seeing here. I don't really see the relationship lasting too much longer, because you want commitment, which is fair enough. You've made the commitment, but someone else isn't committing. So why aren't they committing? What's the issue? Why aren't they not stepping to the plate? Why aren't they stepping up? Why aren't they being that man? Or why aren't they doing this? What's the deal? What's the big deal? You know what I mean? If they want to be with you, they want to be with you. And what's that book called? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Ellie, have you read that? Because Ellie's a good reader. She reads lots of books. But women are from Mars, men are from Venus. Women are from Venus, men are from Mars. And it's a pretty good book. I read it many years ago, but that's what just springs to mind with this person. It's like, if they want to do something, this person will do it, but this man's not ready, and you might be just wasting your time, lovey. But patience. You've had that, you've done that, and I feel like that this is moving on. And I get the number 18, 9, or September around you. And why are they not taking the commitment? Like what's the hold up? That's what you got to ask. What's the hold up? If you don't get an answer, that's your answer. Okay, and I'll leave that there. And she said, should I buy a house here in Alice Springs? Until this relationship is sorted out, I don't feel like that you should be buying anything with anyone, okay, or anything. So just hold the fort, invest the money in something else or term deposits or whatever. I'm not an expert in that. The lady before me, which was what's her name, Sheila, on the show before me, she's the expert in that. So maybe just touch base with her and see what she can advise you with your money. But I highly recommend you not getting a house, but I do see property, and I feel like this is going to be coming up next year, and this is going to be around the June/July, and I feel like that's going to be a nice time to do something, or you're moving, okay, because you still haven't heard enough from this male to move on yet. That's the problem here. That's why you're still kind of like holding on, because they haven't hurt you. They haven't really hurt you enough, and if that's enough for you to stay, then that's fine. You got 50-50, phone a friend. That's what I'm trying to say here. It's like you don't have to go, but if you go, it's still going to be good for you. And I'll leave that there. Okay. Now, those sweeps that come on early, that I'm in flight with spirit. And then when I hear some bloke talking in my head, I go, oh my God, like, who's that, But anyway, we'll keep going. So catch more flies with honey. That's right. Exactly right, Glennis Lacey. So USA, Nebraska is our Alicia Garcia. She's joined us from 5:02 a.m. on Sunday. She says, I'm sleepy. I'm a sleepy mama. Go figure, I would be too. Well, I got to bed at 1:30 and from my friend's party last night. And then this morning up at 6 to be out the door by 7:30 to get to this kids convoy for kids event at the Hawkesbury Showground, which was really amazing. So Tanya Aikens, yes, your messages and work from spirit, your time is totally fully appreciated. Thank you. So, oops, sorry, I'm just reading messages from other people to other people here. Oh, okay, right. So over to you there, Miss Ellie, with the validation there from Kylie.
So Kylie Payne says, I have had weight loss surgery and do have pain sometimes. He was spot on with the brick wall. He has been hurt and used and abused in the past relationships. He was spot on.
Thank you. But that's, like if they're still dragging on their pain from the past and they haven't got over it, they're not going to get over it, lovey, because it's, it's still raw to the bone, it's like either you give some patience, more patience, but how long is this piece of string? Like how long do you have to wait forever? Depends on, I don't know the whole situation. I'm not a relationship or counselor or anything like that or psychologist, whatever, but it's your call. The ball is in your court, lovey. And, it doesn't mean that you have to stick around because they've got issues, from the past. It's not your problem, like I don't mean that to be cold or insincere, but it's all about you. You've got to look after you as well. And I'll leave that there. Who else have we got here? Post your questions up to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, guys. We've got here Heidi James. May I please have a message? And lots of love hearts. Go figure, Heidi. So what do we get here? I just quickly saw the number 11 in November. Next month, significant month for you. Is there like a function or wedding or some event that's important that month? Because I just saw function. I saw like lots of white, like a marquee, like a white marquee, or is this coming up next year? Or is this in the pipeline? Why am I saying that? If that's not you, that's going to be around someone else here, because I just feel like either Linda File or Darlene or George, somewhere maybe around there, Maria Tierra. If I've missed your questions, guys, please post it again. I just see white marquee or white and like flowers, like the pews at the church. How do you spell pews? Pews. Yes, what I was trying to write peers, but I wrote P-I-E-E-W. Never mind. But I also get the number 9 around you as well, September. Birthdays, anniversaries, memorials there. Lots of good times coming up after November. So Heidi, hold the fort, look forward to this. It's going to be really nice. And is work been an issue for you? I'm just seeing like, oh God, you know, like really exhausted, feeling like it's she says, no, not me, Maria here. Okay, what was no, not her? I say not the wedding for you, but is there someone around you that's having that happened for you there, Heidi? Because I see these wedding pews, I see like the church pews, sorry, and things coming up. So definitely some function, or someone's getting married, or some, like it looks like a big event, like, you know, like a milestone birthday, something like that. That's a special, nice time. Look forward to that. And I actually see the invitation in the post. It's like invitation in the post. It looks like it's you know, when you get the paper and it's really, really pretty and it's frilly and it's got I just see it. It's all really, really pretty silver. Or is this a silver anniversary? Maybe. Don't know, but whatever it is, it's going to be really good. But I'll leave that there. But I'm also getting work around you, and I feel like there's like frustration and issues around that. But you know, it's just keep your mouth zippity zip. Not to say anything at all. Also got this pain in the neck as well. So I don't know what's going on there. It's like, wow, it feels like you've got a weight pulling down on your head. Bless you. Feels like you've got a weight coming down on your head, and I'll leave that there. Thank you. Lots of good stuff coming up though. Oh, bless you, Ellie. Oh my gosh. So what else have we got here? If you've got a question, then come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. Some people, you know, like come on my show and they don't understand how the process is. So don't give me anything other than a question, because I love to know just the question. I don't want any heads up. I don't want to have any information or any, you know, numbers or names or what's happened. I just want the question from you guys. And then when I finish the question, if you could validate, just type in capitals validation so that Ellie can see it, and we will post. We will read it back out here on the feed. So yeah. So okay. Oh gosh, that's a long name. So Diane Tummers Christine Williams. Hi Lizzie, may I have a reading? Thank you. That's such a long name. Gosh. At least I can say it, that's for sure. I'm just going to say Diane Williams, that's easier. What have we got here? I've got number 18 around you, 9 in the month of September. I also get 14, 5 in the month of May around you. May this year, lots of good stuff coming up for you for this year coming, but I feel like May just gone was very significant for you. Birthdays, anniversary, memorial. Now they're showing me property and they're showing me the back of the property, like awning or something like that, like renovations or awning, or is guttering. I don't know. I don't understand this. I just saw that guttering and I just saw awning. It's like an awning out to the side or something like an undercover shelter. I don't understand why they're saying that. I just got to say what I get. But I hear how my voice is changing. Who's got the issues with the throat or who's got the issues with the voice here? You can hear my voice changing. They've got slight cough, and I feel like this has got something to do with the chest area in here. It's like infection or some kind of mucus or allergy built up over time. Yes, definitely got something wrong with the throat. You can hear my voice changing. Was there someone that had issues with the throat or sore throat or something not right around the chest area? Because I feel like this person has had this for some time. It's like I'm just hearing the cough and like they can't get their breath back. It's like whooping cough. Whooping cough. It's like that, like when they just can't get their breath back sometimes. It takes a little while to get the breath back. Their heart rate's going 100 miles an hour. It's like they cough and then they're like holding their chest, like their heart rate, so they can't get their breath back. Has someone choked around you, or someone had any issues with choking, or like choking on food or something like that, or not to pass away, but had an issue with choking? Because if they haven't had it, they're definitely going to be having it in the future. This is an adult. So I feel like a chunk of meat or something that's stuck down the throat. You should be careful, please. 2 to 4 weeks. I remember doing a reading for a lady. It was on a private reading, and I was choking. I was literally choking myself. I couldn't breathe. I had something stuck in my throat, and I said to her as I was trying to get this thing out of my throat, I said to her, and I've got it all recorded as well. 100% validation for it 3 days later. When she came on my show 3 days later, and she turned around, she said, Lesley, when you were choking in the private reading the other day, that was my sister-in-law. She had had a piece of meat stuck in her throat, and she passed away 3 days ago. Just as I was telling her, and she said, I worked out that when you were telling me that when you were choking, that's when she was choking at the same time that I was choking at the same time she was choking. True story, 100% true story. And that's what I'm saying here. And that's why I kind of like, I feel the anxiety here. So be careful when chewing foods. Like it's like you're going to laugh about something and it gets stuck in your throat. It's like an accidental thing. So be careful of that, please. 2 to 4 weeks, just be careful when you chew everything. I shouldn't have to tell people how to chew, but sometimes I feel like I have to. Never mind. Any other validations, Sarah Lee?
Yes.
Over to you.
So Heidi.
Talk a little bit louder so the guys can hear.
Heidi James said, not sure, we'll definitely let you know.
Okay. Right. Okay. What was that? I can't even see that. All right. I'll go back a bit. Okay. What else do we have here? Oh, okay. So here's her question. So send in your questions to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. We're live across the world, including Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook. We're live on the iHeartRadio and Omni Studio. We're here every Sunday night from 8 till 10 in the studio here, and every Monday night in another radio station on 8 till 10 as well. So we do it 4 hours a week for free across the world. So if you've got a question you need to have answered, come over to that main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. You'll see me there on the main page, and post up your question. Don't give me any other information other than the question, because I love to get my spirit to just answer anything randomly. I don't want him to have a heads up. Pretty harsh, isn't it? But that's what you need from your spirit. You can't just always give them a heads up, because if someone gives me a heads up, I don't like it. I just get sidetracked. I don't want to know anything. I just want it to be pure, genuine and organic readings here. So let's keep going. What else have we got here? Lexi Beamsley. Well, I don't know why, but I get UK, England around you for some reason. I don't know what that means, but I just heard Lexi. I saw, when you have in London, and I've been to London once, and you have like that London, I think there's something like a big clock or circle or something like that in London where they do their protesting sometimes there, and they go around and they block all the streets. But middle of London, I'm seeing that. I don't know why. I don't know if you're planning on going there or you live there. I can't really get too much information at the moment about that, but I'm just getting UK, England / London. So whatever that means to you, or have you got someone, family over there, or you're visiting there, or what is the story for that, or you live there? I'm not sure yet. If I had more time, I'd be able to work it out. But I'm just getting that for you. I'm also getting 11 in November as well. So they're also giving me like a sickly feeling in the stomach here. I don't know if this is nerves or just issues with the gut flora. But I don't feel like this is being looked at properly as well, and I also feel like there's a few little annoying habits with the stomach here that's causing you a bit of nauseousness. Or who's that around you? Nauseousness in the belly. So if that's not you, then Lexi, that might be Diane Williams or Diane. I've already done a reading for you just then, or maybe Heidi, back to her again, Karen Riley, somewhere around there. They're also giving me itchy arm. Do you get itchy, like allergy or any kind of psoriasis or eczema on the arm as well? Or psoriasis. So allergy for the skin. They're showing me the allergy for skin, but even when I'm in flight with spirit and I scratch my arm, you can't even see like where I've scratched my arm. It's really quite bizarre how spirit does that. You see a little tiny mark here and there, but it's really bizarre how it does that. What else have we got here? But thank you for that. If you'd like to validate some of that, that would be amazing. Yes, Ellie is allergic to our studios. Every time she comes in, the poor girl, there's dust always, and she's highly allergic to dust, pretty much like me. But I sit on this side, so she's right where all the panel is and where everything else is. What's that?
Always next to the aircon.
Yeah, and that's 100%. And she's right underneath the aircon as well. So Glennis Lacey, Ellie, oh my goodness, it sounded like your tongue was out. What else do we have here? Glennis Lacey, have you been in contact with the Abandoned Haunted team again for another live from Home, Lesley? Please, that was a great, very rewarding show. Well, I'm waiting for Therese to come back to me and I found a place. So if she's listening and watching, to contact me, because today when I drove home from the Hawkesbury Showground, there was a cemetery and it's open. It's an open cemetery, and I feel like we might be able to go there and do some, ghost investigations there. And it's all open, like it's to the point where there's a tombstone right next to the footpath. That's how open it is. It was so cool. And I said to my friend, I said, wow, that looks really, really old and old-fashioned. And if you go there and you just read the tombstones, it's just like you go, wow, look how far back this goes, to the 1800s sometimes. It's pretty cool. But not that I go tombstone hunting or anything like that. I'm a pretty big wussy. I don't really like to chase ghosts by myself. Let me tell you that. Even though I talk to spirit all the time, and and the past loved ones are always around, but I clearly don't like to have ghosts around me unless I'm with other people. Not that they'll be able to save me. I'll probably be able to save them better, but being a medium, but yeah, it's kind of a little bit spooky. But if anyone's interested, let me know. Send me a private messenger message to the Psychics on Radio Angels on Air page and let me know, because we will be going out with Therese soon. As soon as she contacts me back, when she's found another spot to go and do our ghost investigation. But I'm going to share that other cemetery with her. Not that I like going to cemetery. I think it'd be better to go to some of the houses are better. No, I do not believe at all that it takes. How do you know, Bev Ridley? She's saying, Bev Ridley says, I know it takes 4 weeks to transition to heaven, but is there anything from my father, please? It doesn't take 4 weeks to transition to heaven, lovey. No way. Absolutely no way. And I can't guarantee that, but where do you get that information from? Because I don't believe that it's 4 weeks. I've done readings when they've just passed over. Even one of my teachers have done readings, and she was a genuine medium as well, no cards. And she would read someone just before, as they're passing over. And same for me, like it doesn't take 4 weeks, lovey. It's what you might be saying, and I'm hoping this is what you mean, is that when people pass over, and if you go and talk to a medium, or if you go and talk to people, or whatever the case may be, that's a real psychic medium. So remember, psychic is past, present, and future, and mediumship is talking to your past loved ones. So the medium needs to be able to be a good medium to talk to your past loved ones. But what you might be saying is that for the past loved one to come through, it takes a lot of energy. So when they come through and they give me a message, or another real medium a message, a genuine medium a message, then it takes a lot of effort for them to do that. It's a lot of energy for them to do that. That's why when we see things, if you're an up-and-coming medium or psychic medium, when you see things, you've got to understand that they don't just go and knock on the front door and say, well, hang on a second, can I have 10 minutes or an hour of your time so that we can talk about the weather over a cup of tea? They cannot do that. They don't have that kind of sustained energy to do that. And I'm not talking fatigue energy. I'm talking visual, showing you energy signs, that's what I'm talking about. So they don't have a lot of energy. So they'll give you flashes, they'll give you signs of different this, and they'll give you signs of that. And I do feel like the signs will be coming up for you if they already haven't been there. Now, someone just touched me on the back of the arm here. I know it wasn't Ellie because she's over there, and I just felt someone tapping there. Did your dad used to always touch you on the back of the arm there, Bev? Because I just felt someone just touched me on the back of the arm here, and I went, oh, who's that? And I realized there's no one there. Welcome to my world. But yes, and I do feel like that if that's not him, it's got to be someone that's close to you, either a mother figure or father, like parent. I'm just hearing parents. But touching you on the back of the arm and just like, yes, lovey, it's okay, or pushing you forward, like, let's go forward, like they use the arm to do that. But I do feel like the number 11 around you is, well, November is significant for you as well. Birthdays, anniversaries, memorials. I don't feel like that Dad went in any pain as well. Now, I know that you also, he went to rest, was it Friday, Ellie? Last Friday? Went to rest last Friday from being euthanized. Now, that was a big thing. I didn't stop thinking about that. It's my first person to come on my show, and I know you've been on here for a long time, but I did not stop thinking about your dad since the Monday when you said it to us, the Sunday, I think it was last Sunday you said it to us, Monday. So for the whole week, 5 days, I was thinking about your dad, and I know that he cherished the ground that you walked on. He appreciated everything that you did for him, but I also feel like he wanted to go as well. It's like there was no remorse. There was no way of him holding himself back any longer. It was the best thing for him. So, and he wants to thank you for that. It was very graceful, very sincere, very, very genuine for him to leave like that. And that's what he wants you to know, lovey. I don't feel like that this man suffered at all. I feel like I'm suffering here now with low back pain, like hip and back pain here. And I feel like that was him from being able to sit down for too long. Okay. And he did not want anything more like that with him. He didn't want to be, nurtured like that anymore. He didn't want that kind of, how can I say it, support. He wanted to move on. He wanted to be the man of the house, and that's what he was all his life. So he didn't like the fact that someone else was looking after him. And as much as he appreciated it and blesses you, thanks you and everything like that, but he was the man of the house. He had a lot of pride, so it was time for change for him, and definitely the change was to move to the other side. And I'll leave that there, but gracefully thanking you. I've still got the pain in the back, so I hope it's not you. Pain in the back or lower kidney. I feel like I just heard kidney failure or on the way with the kidneys. So not for you though, but I feel like this was for Dad. I don't understand why he's just said, well, I've just heard that, but I do get this pain in my back, or it's just this strain pain. Wow. But I'll leave that there. But I did get the anxiety around you, lovey. It was probably the most horrendous thing that you would ever have to do is, and humans are not pets. We don't just go and think about and say, oh, okay, the pet's not lasting any longer, even though they might last a year. I need to put them down. It's not like that. Your dad was unwell. He went downhill really south, and hopefully you're not thinking and feeling guilty about this, because I don't feel like that he ever wanted you to do it. It was mutual. It was a beautiful thing. And, it's just, unfortunate that we all have to grow old with even with good people. So, but I'll leave that there. Thank you. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Alive 90.5 we're listening to SWR 99.9 FM. I always do that. No, I always catch. I'm so used to saying that other radio station. Ellie's laughing at me. I'm so used to saying that other radio station. Gosh.
The Southwest Sydney Tourism Task Force
Oh,
with a vision to increase
my gosh. I said someone's choking around her. What did I write it? Chest, mucus, cough, whooping cough. Yes, choking. Diane, she's come up with the validation there. Wow.
Join the task force today.
Oh, dearie me. Did you get that one from Diane Williams? Yeah, that was lucky. She had a close call there, Diane. Wow. Okay, love you. How long have I got? Go and grab my drink. A minute.
Find out how. Their number is 1300 65506. That's the Reading Writing Hotline. They're there to help.
1300 65506.
Go on, take the plunge.
In 20 meters, turn left.
You don't always like doing what you're told.
I said left.
But driving in floodwater, you know better than that.
Dangerous conditions ahead. Calculating new route.
Back. So everyone should become a member of the station here, because when you become a member of the station here, you go onto the private chat in Facebook and you can see what's going on in the background. It's not that expensive. It's quite cheap. It's $50 a year for 12 months. So it's 50. What is that? What does that work out to, Ellie? Oh, I don't know. I'll work it out. You keep doing that. Oh my gosh. Where's the calculator?
Gambling Help has proven tools and services that have helped thousands of people just like you get their lives back on track. Contact us free on 1-800-858-858.
It's like $4 a month.
It's stronger than you think. SWR, Sydney's West.
And welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air with international psychic medium Lesley Spaliviero. And welcome back to my show. We're live across the world, including the Twitch, Rumble, Facebook, YouTube, Omni Studio, iHeartRadio, and we're live here every Sunday night from 8 till 10. I'm an international psychic medium. I don't use any tarot cards. I just use direct messages from Spirit. So if you'd like to have a free mini reading, then come over to that main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, and I'll send it back over to Ellie because she's got a couple of validations there for me.
So the first validation is from Diane Williams. She said, "Thank you, Lesley. My daughter has a bad cough from smoking and I choked yesterday on noodles."
Oh, wow. Go figure. See, and I had this as a chest and like the cough, like a whooping cough here as well. Wow. Interesting. Yes, anxiety as well, like for Diane. Back over to you then, Miss Ellie.
Then Lexley Beamsley said, "Thank you. My husband has a lot of stomach issues. I have had lymph nodes removed under my arm, so it felt numb for a couple of years." I'm not sure about the UK reference, but it sounds great. I live in Brisbane.
Oh, I know. But what is a UK or what does that mean to you, though? What does England or English mean around you? I wrote it down here. I said the UK here. I don't know. It's the first thing that came to mind when I started that reading. It was really quite bizarre. But or it might have been the people that I said before you as well. But I'll leave it there. Back over to you there, Ellie.
So Beverly said yes, Dad had enough. He went peacefully and he suffered back pain. I've got pain in the back and it was Dad's decision.
Yeah. And she said, yes, he rubbed my back. Oh, that's very sweet. Poor fella. Yeah. So what do they say? They say you labor to come into the world and you labor to go out of the world. And it's pretty true, isn't it? You know? Yes, beautiful. What else have we got here? Thanks for, oh, bless you, Ellie. My gosh. Oh, gosh. Poor Ellie. Posting up a question. I don't always get notifications of this amazing experience from your beautiful work today. It happened. Okay, Susan McDonald. I already read for you, lovey. Susan McDonald. Didn't I, Ellie?
No, you haven't.
Oh, why didn't I remember seeing her question. Oh, did I say her name? Okay, I can't remember who I've read. I'll tell you how many readings I've done already. No wonder I can't remember. Let's just have a look here. What have we got? So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm going to do Susan McDonald right now. So I've done 12 readings. Wow. What's that? 15. There you go. I've done 15. So I haven't written a couple down. So 15. So this is 16. Wow. So we might have to keep a record. Oh, of course. Ellie's on fire. She's all over it. Susan McDonald. M-A-C McDonald. What do we get here? Spirit. She said, posting up a question. I don't always get notifications of this amazing experience from your beautiful work today. It happened. Does Spirit have any messages for me and my family today? Please, much appreciated. Love to everyone. Thank you. Very beautiful. Okay. Heart on the sleeve is what I'm hearing here as well. Heart on sleeve. Have you had issues around your property as well? They're just showing me like dark, like a room that's a bit darker and colder than normal. And I feel like there's a bit of negative energy in this room, okay? So when I see this, it's like they show me the room. They show me a room and they show me, it's the same theme for most houses that have an issue with a negative spirit in the room. And it shows me the room really dark and cold. It's like a dungeon, you know, like they show me the dungeon type room and it's cold and, you know, you don't want to go in. People don't want to go in there. And I feel like this is in the property or it has been in the property. And the only way that you can get rid of this, now what will happen with spirits like that is that they start to break down relationships in the home or communication in the home. And I do feel like something's not right with communication here. Okay, I'm also getting anxiety around you. Don't panic too much, I'm hearing, because just because I've said that about a spirit, it's easy to remove them. You don't need to go and contact any ghost whisperer or anything like that and pay $500 like I've found out that one woman was charging some people to do that here in Sydney. You just need to acknowledge spirit and send it off, and just say, I know you're here. You're not welcome anymore. Leave my property. Get out of my house. That's it. I don't want you here anymore. You don't have to be polite. Just get them out. They're not pets, love. So we don't have pets like this, just walk off the street and join the house or open door to strangers. We don't do that. So think of them always as strangers. They're lost souls. They need to go when they're causing havoc. And I don't know if it's enough havoc for you to recognize this now, but things will change over the next few weeks over Christmas, okay, if we don't get this out. So that's why I'm telling you now, because I do see the cold room. Do you sometimes feel, now I don't see this all the time, but do you sometimes feel, I'm going to say this for Karen Bell fans or Linda File, F-A-H-L, maybe April Bellamia. Do you either somewhere around where you've posted your question around those ladies there, Susan, someone's got like a spirit, this spirit comes across over top of you when you're sleeping and you're lying in bed and it feels like you're paralyzed, because I'm seeing him come over, and when they do this to me, they show me the mist of them. It's like when you come out of the shower and the mirror is a little bit misty, and then you see that shimmer of mist just fade away. Well, think of that mist as a dark, dirty, deep, like a dirty river looking color, and it's ugly and it's not nice, and it's hovering over, and I just see it over the bub. It's like about a foot above the person, and that's what I see, and it just paralyzes them in their bed. They mainly do this at night when I see this. It's kind of like a theme for me. That's how I know there's some spirit in the home. So, but even though you might not feel it or you think this is far-fetched, I don't care. I want you to ask spirit to get your spirit to get rid of this energy out of the property and white light the property, because I do feel like something's not right in that house. If someone doesn't want to sleep in that room, or they've got issues when they sleep at that room, they're waking up, and I've seen this so many times with children waking up. I had one of my old friends have 3 kids. 3 kids lived in 3 different rooms, but the negative energy in the home was waking them up at like 2 or 3 o'clock, all 3 of them at the same time, and they were jumping into the parents' bed. So there was negative energy, and then all of a sudden one night they got woken to a whatever it was, the spirit in the home, where there's like you got a picture frame and you got the hook like that, and then the picture comes over and it hooks over, so it's never going to be coming off that hook. And then all of a sudden this picture frame of their wedding anniversary comes flying off and lands on the floor at 3 o'clock in the morning. So that was to scare them, that was to warn them, so. And then I said to him, you need to just get this out of like the home. You need to, it's not a pet. It doesn't like you there. That's why it's doing all this stuff. That's why it's waking up and disturbing the kids. You need to get it out. Just acknowledge it, send it off, get rid of it. And, guys, I never used to actually believe about this stuff before. I never used to think, oh, wow, that's crazy, blah, blah, blah. But I seriously don't have one eye in the middle of my head. But when I see this all the time now, I go, wow. And then there's, all this negative stuff with negative energy and stuff like that. And I think, wow, this is just really really crazy, bizarre, out there universe, in another world kind of stuff. But that's what I'm seeing around you there, Susan. So I don't feel like it's as bad right now, but this is going to rev up. So, it's not, things like this are not pets, Lovey. And as much as you might not be aware of it, I feel like there's some communication breakdown in the house or around you or around the environment there, okay? So, but they're definitely hard on the sleeve. I'm hearing 11 around you, so November. Good times coming up in November, mid to end of the month, okay? And I'll leave that there, but I do get the anxiety around you as well. Lots of people lately, anxiety is through the roof, because I don't get anxiety, but I feel it in people. And 90% of the time, this is a mineral deficiency, like your magnesium, your B6, your Bs. Get your Bs into you, get things like that for energy. Also, functional medicine doctors are the best, so check them out. The ones that are really busy all the time and you can't get an appointment for 3 months, they're the ones you go to. But I'll leave that there. Thank you. Over to you then, Miss Ellie.
I don't have anything.
Oh, did you see the one from Bev Ridley, or we already done it?
I've done one from Dad.
Oh, okay, because she said validation. Dad was asleep in less than 5 minutes and passed peacefully half hour later. He was very relaxed. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Well, I didn't even know that they actually do that here in Australia. So that's pretty, like, I don't even know what to say about it. It was on my mind all last week. So Maria Thierry. Yes, I heard my mind as well. My name as well. Yes, I say the name sometimes and then I forget who I've read because I've read the name and it's still sitting there. I'm thinking, oh, did I read them or didn't I read them? But I'll leave it there. Yeah, so Tanya Aiken says, yes, I can vouch for the functional medicine doctors too. Yes, 100%. They're the naturopathic slash doctors, like they're a doctor, but then they've got the natural side, the organic and beautiful, naturopathic side to them as well. And they're like a double whammy of a doctor. They're just incredibly, amazingly intelligent people with what they know. So look forward to that when you see them. Highly recommend it. But lots of people are deficient in, your iodines. You've got to top that up all the time. People should be having iodine pretty much every day. If you're not and you've got hypothyroidism or, hypo, I've done so much research on it. So I used to have to teach this stuff many years ago, and I can't stress it enough that iodine is like the thyroid's best friend. Regardless if you've got hypo, Hashimoto's, Graves, you need to have iodine. Yes, you said my name, but that was it. Yeah. Maria, yes. But, I'll do a reading for you, Maria. Tierra. And then we'll be leaving shortly after that, I think, because we've only got a few more minutes on air. So what do we get from Spirit for you? I still get around you issues with either throat or someone with issues with the throat area. She says, anything for me, can't seem to lose the weight I gained no matter what I've tried. So, oh gosh, I could just sit here for another hour talking about health stuff because that's what I used to teach. I used to be a personal trainer for 36 years. Like I did that. I did full-time work and I did that on the side as well for a long time. And then I used to teach it as well. So I'm a qualified trainer and assessor. So I used to teach anatomy and physiology to all the PT students and sign them off. And we go through this with people like you all the time. So it's 100%. Have you got anything like diabetes or what do you call it, insulin resistance yet? Or because I just heard diabetes / insulin resistance. So because, I just feel like this is not the right path for you with, of course, it's not the right path when you get diabetes or insulin resistance. But what I'm trying to say, she said, yes, my throat has been dry since trying a medicine my functional doctor has given me. Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know what it is, but I'm just seeing insulin, and I don't feel like this is the right path for you. Is what I'm trying to say is that you need to sort this out ASAP because I can see this coming down the track. Okay, so if it already hasn't landed. That's what I'm saying. So I don't like this path for you because I know that you're trying really hard, but it's really important that we get you off this heavy weight. So your joints, I feel like joints have got issues as well as your hormones as well. So hormones all over the place. I just heard hormones. So there's so many things here. If you do some research on your ghrelin and leptin hormones, so one counteracts the other, and then if you don't get enough sleep, one will overtake and you'll be constantly eating. Like when you have, like when you don't get enough sleep that night and the next day you just can't stop eating because one of the hormones has not stopped. It has not stopped recovering from the 24 hours before. So it keeps going because when you sleep, you actually recover overnight. So, and your cells rejuvenate. So that's why it's important to have really, really good rest. And it's also really, really good to have really good food. And I highly recommend to you, Maria, is to get off everything carbohydrate and do the natural carbs and don't do any white potato, white pasta, pizza, bread. Get off all the grains. And there's a book called The Grain Brain. And if you want to have a read of that, but it pretty much literally says that, grains are bad for your brain. That's the basic long and short of that book. And it's a professor that wrote that book, but it's amazing. And if you go complete keto and look at all the good foods and stay off the sugars and even in fruit and things like that, and look at all the natural, organic, greens and etc., and minimize your portion sizes as well, so I'm going into my lecturing days. but the brain never catches up to the body. I always used to say when I taught that the brain never catches up from here down. So from the neck down, it won't catch up to the stomach until 20 minutes later. So if you eat slowly, then you will not eat as much. That's how we used to teach it. But I'll leave that there because I don't. This show is not about teaching you and lecturing. It's about the mediumship side. But I do feel like you'll get yourself on track. But it's all about control of what you're eating, and you need to do some weight training, lots of weight training, and I'm talking resistance training. You will not bulk up. I've been doing weight training for 36 years, and I'm not bulky at all because you do it in a certain way. And there's a lot of myths about women that think that they will put on too much muscle if they do weight training. It's completely the opposite. Okay, it's completely the opposite. So high rep ranges and weights that you can lift is amazing for people to lose weight. So, and the body loves strength. You won't have any issues when you're getting older, but I'll leave that there. She says, oh, yep, love bread and pasta. That's why you're not losing weight, lovey. 100%. She says, yes, tried keto as well, eating a lot less than what I used to eat, wondering if it's leaky gut. It's got nothing to do with leaky gut. It's from what you put in your mouth. Everything is what you put in your mouth. If you're still eating bread, pasta, pizza, whatever, it's going to be detrimental to your health. I can't stress it enough. If you're trying to lose weight, you get off it. She said, because you swell up, it's like a sponge, and you have a sponge and you put water in a sponge, and then the sponge starts to swell up, and that's what happens. And you hold that, and then you eat more, and the sponge gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's you. That's what happens with it all, lovey. So, but I'll leave that there. Maybe I have to do a workshop next year and all this stuff. Never mind. She says, thank you so much. We'll definitely talk to my doctor about what you said. 100% iodine as well. Look into all that stuff. Leptin and ghrelin hormones. They're the ones that, they do the eating and the sleeping and all that stuff as well. But we'll leave it there. Any other validations there, Miss Ellie?
Yes.
Yes, over to you.
So there's one from Susan McDonald. She said, yes, anxiety, yes, with communication in our family is struggling.
Oh, there you go.
My daughter is struggling with sleep, and she has stated she feels the environment in the house is not for her. Negative energy in her room, yet this is supposed to be her safe space. Thank you.
100%, lovey. That's what I was saying, and that's what's going on with your daughter. I was just literally saying that 100%. There's a negative energy in her room, and now it makes sense with what I was saying earlier. Definitely need to get this out of the room. Was that Lexi? Who did you say it was? Susan, yeah. So definitely got to get that energy or that negative spirit out of the house, lovey, because otherwise it's going to make her worse. Okay, it's going to turn her upside down. She's not getting enough sleep as it is, and it's going to turn the whole family upside down. And this is coming for her, okay, and your family. So you need to get that energy, that negative spirit, whatever it is in the home. It's not good for the home. It needs to go out. We need to white light. Don't worry about this sage rubbish. It doesn't work. You just need to acknowledge them, send them off. And everyone needs to do that in the head or out loud. Doesn't matter. Just send them off, get rid of them. And I'll leave that there. Yes, we'll slowly give up what's not good for me. Blessings. Yeah, you need to, Maria, because it's going to be detrimental to your health, lovey. That's what so Tanya Akers says, that's what I'm doing at the moment on a 30-day reset. So cutting out carbs, sugar, 100% to sugar, and feel so much better. So they say that sugar is for dementia of the brain. So if you want to keep going and dement your brain, guys, keep eating sugar. It's that simple. It's the worst poison. It's the sweetest poison ever. And I'll leave that there. So we'll be back tomorrow night from 8 till 10, and you're listening to Radio SWR 99.9 FM. Good evening, everybody, and saying love and prayers to our Teresa Gardner, who's having open heart surgery from 3 bypasses right now, and all our other loved ones here that have a lot of past loved ones as well. But good evening, everyone. See you, and good night. Bye.
99.9.
Maria, get off the carbs, lovey. 100% get off the carbs. I can't say a lot on air, but I can say a lot now. But anyway, guys, we'll see you tomorrow night. All right. Good night.